this. That is an enormous tomato. Hey guys, good morning. It is cold here. It's like 53 degrees. I checked on our weather station before I came outside. It's so cold out. It's also very early. We have a very long day ahead of us today, and we're going to be away for a few days. So I need to harvest many of the things out of the garden that I see that are starting to blush. There's a lot of condensation on the leaves of the plants, which is typical in the fall months. I feel like it may be a little bit earlier than in previous years. We're gonna go ahead and get started with harvesting things as quickly as possible. I have so many things to do. I have been so busy canning. I've been doing very small batches of like cowboy candy or whole tomatoes, just small things, not overwhelming myself too much with making sure that I get an enormous amount done all at once. I keep my electric water bath canner on my countertop. I fill it up and I fire it up. I get it going, and then I just start like going through the harvests. I have a rotation of tomatoes on my countertop organized on a shelf so that as they start to ripen, I'm able to process them however it is that I need to process them. Like, for example, with the Amish paste, I've been getting so many and they ripen very quickly and I want to use them for sauce, but I need a lot of them to do that. So I just freeze them and I wash them really well. I core them using a strawberry huller, remove any yucky spots, and then throw them in a freezer bag, and they'll be ready to use in the winter time. I've done a time lapse of all the things that I've canned thus far. I have not gotten a chance to edit because I've been so busy with many other things going on here, and I don't know if you can hear it, but I've been a little bit sick too. I finally caught what all my kids had. So with all of that going on, I just haven't had a chance to really edit anything. We're gonna take a deep breath and we're gonna go harvest some stuff. I really want you to see this tomato though. We're gonna do it first because it is enormous. It's not fully red, but it is beautiful, and oh God, wait, let's go. Look at this. I don't even know if you can fully appreciate it on the camera, but holy cannoli. This is a Abe Lincoln tomato, and they are glorious. It is one of my favorites to grow, and this is why. It's just perfect. So we're gonna harvest that. I need to go get some snips though. Wow, so pretty. So these turn more of this color here, like a red, but not a dark red. And they're just excellent slicing tomatoes. They're really fun. Nostalgic for me because I've grown them every year. One of my favorites. Crimson Giant tomatoes. These were originally from MIgardener, and I saved the seeds. Dr. Wyche. This is an Upstate Oxheart tomato from Hudson Valley Seed Company. Triple crop. These are pink Oxhearts. That's what the label is anyway. And they're supposed to be like about the size of the Upstate Oxhearts, but these are not that. They're pink, they are the right color, but they're like more of a Roma size. Mountain Princess tomatoes. Roma VF. These ones are from Mowing. Roma VF from Dollar Tree. Got some red cherry tomatoes. and black cherry. Honey drop. I've got these all over the garden. Some are volunteer and some I have in containers. I already harvested a bunch of sunrise bumblebee the other day. Those look okay for now. I see an Arctic rose dwarf tomato starting to blush in there. And some Rosella cherry tomatoes. This is a Comstock sauce and slice. It's very similar to the Amish paste. And lots of Amish paste in here. I'm just going to harvest whatever I see is blushing, just like we have been. And then throw it on the ground. Got another Abe Lincoln tomato plant over here. Look at that one. Got a little bit of worm damage over here, but I'm just gonna let it go. See what happens with it. It's pretty cool. This is our garlic bed in here. That's normally where we grow our garlic. I have a couple pupples. I have a couple, oh my gosh. I haven't had coffee yet. I have a couple pumpkin plants growing in and around this bed, and I also have bushing garden beans that I started in here. We've got 3 different varieties. Back here I believe is Gold Rush. It's like a yellow bush garden bean, and then these are the Royal Burgundy beans, and in the front I've got the Provider beans, and they're all from Fruition seeds. So I'm going to harvest as many of those as I can get. They are all at that weird stage where they probably could go another day, but I won't be here. And if I leave them on there, then they're going to get kind of past the point of where I really like them. These are some of my favorites. I see blanching and freezing in my future this morning while I drink my coffee. In the middle, there's the Royal Burgundy beans, but I don't see a whole lot of those yet still. I see them growing. There's little tiny ones. Only a couple like that. And back here are the Gold Rush bush snap beans. That's what those ones look like. I have Contender bush garden beans in here from Dollar Tree. They're kind of at the seed stage, so I'll just let those go. This might be the last of our cucumbers. I've got a couple New York Slicing 264. I see so many jalapenos and poblano peppers that aren't quite ready. I don't need any of those right now, and those will hang in there until we get back. And I was debating whether or not I wanted to harvest this butternut squash, but again, I think this will be fine until we get back. I also got some spoon tomatoes. So, that Abe Lincoln tomato is impressive. I kind of want to go inside and weigh it and see how much it is, but it's not the largest tomato I've ever grown, but they're like the most perfect tomato for a slicer that I can think of. And this is what we harvested today. I got tomatoes and I think the last of the cucumbers. I don't think we're gonna get any more. There might be some H19 little leaves hidden. With these cooler temperatures, I really feel like we're starting to be in the fall garden time. When I get back, I'm probably gonna go through my seeds and see what I can get started as far as greens go. Maybe some spinach and winter colder hardy leafy greens in the garden while the soil is still kind of warm. Oh, and then I've also started to harvest some of the beans that I started in the middle of summer. I do have more beans growing around the garden. Some of them were ready. The jade bush and the Odeon bush beans, they're still a little on the small side. So maybe when I get back, they'll be ready to harvest. And then I have other beans started around in the garden. Steve harvested the potatoes for me yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, it was the day before because yesterday I did a whole bunch of canning. He came out, I went and did a garden harvest. I asked him if he would help me out with the potatoes because the potato plants were clearly dead and dying back. I feel like when we get back from our trip, I'm going to have a huge harvest of vegetables to do. I was hoping to get the canning, like my Canathon marathon video up this weekend, but I continued canning and didn't get a chance to finish it. Hopefully next weekend I'll have that up and it will just show all the different things that I've canned in the past couple of weeks. The sun is coming up through the trees over there. It's so pretty. But that'll do it for this video. I have to head over and let the chickens out and go inside and freeze beans while I have my coffee and finish up some other things that I need to get done here. But I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!